Had the final official announcement. Randy Orton is back. He's back because Cody Rhodes announced that he finally found a friend to balance off Drew McIntyre, and that is the returning Apex Predator, Randall Keith. Randall Keith. What's your thoughts about this announcement and how they handled it?
It was obvious in terms of setup, but I loved it in the execution of how it was done and the fact that you did not see this man come out. I was glad that did not happen. They are saving it for the reaction at Survivor Series. So I love the way the crowd responded and reacted in the news, but you did not see him. And I love that. So I really love the fact that because of that, we're going to get ultimate. What up, Dylan? How's it going? The ultimate payoff of how that arena is going to erupt the moment I hear voices in my head, just dramatic effect. So WWE, slick move. I saw what you did. I appreciate it. That was good. That was real good.
Oh yeah, for sure. But with Randy Orton back, do you? I got to ask that question. How limited do you think he will be?
With back
injury. It was a back injury.
Yeah, he's been out a while, so it ain't really up for us to determine until we actually see it. I mean, the RKO will tell us enough if we see it. that will tell us his elevation.
I'm about to say, I expect this man to take a chair shot to the back and no sell like Undertaker.
That could happen
because he got that plate in his back. You know how Lex Luthor had that little that metal in his arm? He got a metal in his back. So he no sells everything. I am bullshitting. Don't take me serious. But but Randy Orton is back. Like, that's great. And he said, imagine Dylan said, imagine if someone takes our Randall Keith backstage and it's a Chicago native named Phil.
Oh,
I need y'all niggas to let this go. I'm gonna need y'all to let this man go. Like,
let him go. But I appreciate the callback of why that would happen.
Oh, from Unforgiven?
Yeah. I appreciate that callback. But as far as the idea, nah, player, let that go. Chicago finna erupt Randall Keith. They finna erupt like he was CM Punk. That's what they're gonna do. And you're gonna hear RKO instead of CM Punk. You're gonna hear RKO.
Probably gonna have some trolls. You know how they like to do.
No.
Unfortunately, all the trolls went to AEW, so we don't have to deal with that no more.
Yeah, you ain't getting that no more. When was the last time you really truly heard that chant in WWE? Exactly. you ain't getting that. Nah.
It's been a minute. So yeah, I feel like it should be a fun time with Randy back at Survivor Series. Will he be limited? Only time will tell.
Mm-hmm.
But all that to say, lead up to our speed round preview predictions for WWE Survivor Series 2023. My Freepedia chain, well, his Freepedia chain, I created it, but his Freepedia chain is on the line. For those of you who don't know what exactly that is, it's basically our token of victory because he won the championship from our last preview and prediction speed round, which was AEW Full Gear 2023. He won, well, I believe it was 8 out of however many matches it was, and then I had 7, and then Kenny had 6. So
not bad.
It ain't too shabby.
Yeah, we almost tied, Gresh. We almost tied. It was a close race, man. It was good.
It'll be a tiebreaker, and this probably would have been a tiebreaker, but you won in the end because of MJF. So
I know, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that thing back though. But for those of you who don't really know, this is officially our preview and predictions for Survivor Series WarGames 2023. First match we're going to talk about, we might as well talk about it and go in reverse, and that is the men's WarGame matchup. Who do you have winning and why?
So I got Team Cody and friends winning. Partial into the Randy Orton return for one. I mean, you don't usually make returns and lose. When you've been away that long, usually you're on the winning team most times. But also, it's Cody, man. Like, out of everybody in that, he's still on. Remember, this is his filler till we get to Mania. So I don't see how he why he would lose in something like this. And I mean, when you look at the Judgment Day, Drew's it made it known he's not a part of Judgment Day. He's just there in a partnership aspect. And Judgment Day is slowly imploding, as we know. So yeah, give me Team Cody.
Okay. I'm torn on this because, and the reason why I say I'm torn is because if you look at when Cody announced Randy Orton, everybody was on board except for Jey Uso. Because
Mm,
if you remember, who took this man out? Who aided in this man being on the shelf in kayfabe?
mm, that's fair.
Jey Uso. That man was he was shooketh. He was shooketh. So Jay, yeah, he was shitting his bricks, as Dylan said. He was shitting his bricks when Randall Keefe was announced. So
Mm,
that's definitely going to play into it. But I feel like in the end, I feel like you say, I'm going off with you. I'm gonna have to go with Team Cody and Friends because I
mm,
feel like the Judgment Day is imploding. Something with Damian saying that he's the leader is going to play into them basically like losing control. But I wouldn't be surprised if they find a way to win. But my vote is definitely Team Cody and Friends.
okay.
Next up for keeping it with the Judgment Day. Next up we have Zoe Stark challenging Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship. Who you got and why?
Uh, it's definitely Rhea because it's mommy and she's got that title at least till she gets to Becky at this point. So, all due respect to Zoe, I know it's going to be a killer match. I love the confidence from her and the fact that she's definitely feeling like she about to get this title, but we all know you ain't taking this title off of her.
Oh
Sorry.
no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. And I might as well go ahead and add that to the repeat. Rhea Ripley to retain. It's going to be a fun match. It's going to basically because this is I look at this similar to how they had Ronda Rousey versus Shotzi last year,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like they have someone who needs another breakout moment because I feel like they was a little stagnant with Zoe after she turned on Trish.
Mm-hmm.
So now I feel like this will be because let's be real, Zoe, she has been killing it in the ring since being called up. She's one of those bright prospects from since getting called up from NXT. And I was one of those people who was like, really, Zoe? But she's definitely won me over. So will she win? Absolutely not. But it will be, like you said, it will be a fun showing. So my pick as well will be for Rhea Ripley to retain.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Next up, we have Carlito of the LWO versus Santos Escobar.
Mm.
Who do you have for this one and why?
As much as I would love to give it to the vet Carlito on this one, I've got to go with Santos because of the momentum, this fresh heel turn, wishing people to get their legs amputated, and saying that boldly on television, looking people dead in the eyes. I mean, how do you not say this guy's winning? I mean, at this point, uh, this could be from a reveal of the new version of Legato, or he just pretty much just wins just to get momentum on his side as he gets towards his eventual Rey Mysterio feud.
I feel the same. Like I'm going with Santos because I feel like a loss this quick will be detrimental. Not detrimental, but it will be a head scratcher
Hmm.
because it's like he just turned heel. He just basically declared that Legato I mean, LWO is dead to him. So it wouldn't make a lick of sense. Yeah, like Dylan said, he missed the Legato thing song. Me too. Legato.
Hmm.
Like that's what I'm saying. So it makes perfect sense for Santos to win here. And yeah, like you said, a new Legato reveal. What are AOP doing? Weren't they reportedly on contract?
Hey man, at this point, anybody who's been on contract, when they pop up, they pop up.
Exactly. So it's like so who do you think will like we already talked about it. So we both are on agreement that Santos is going to win because of maybe a new Legato interference, or the old Legato coming to their senses.
Hmm.
Either or. But do you think Electra Lopez is going to be with him? Because we didn't see her on NXT tonight.
Uh, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, shoot, Lola Vice is obviously sneakily into the title picture. So if they wanted to bring her up, they could for sure. If they feel she's ready, even if it's just for the aesthetic of being there, I can
Mhm.
totally see it.
Okay. Same. All right. Next up, we have for the Intercontinental Championship that we just briefly talked about, Gunther defending against The Miz. Who do you have winning this one and why?
Hmm. Man, you know, there's a feeling in me that almost would have said the Miz out of boldness because of the fact that Gunther's already outgrown this title in a sense that he's even admitted his own way. Uh, but I just feel like they're gonna still keep this on him because when you look at the names he's beaten and you look at the people who could have beaten him or should have, I don't see it being the Miz. But it looks like they've kind of stepped away from the Chad Gable seeds planet here. So man, yeah, I'm gonna say Gunther retains.
Okay. Uh, I might have to go the same route. I feel like the mid, but you know what? Scratch that. I'm gonna go bold on this one. I'm
Okay.
gonna say as much as I want, I see Gunther retaining. I truly do, but it's like I feel like part of me sees them doing something where the Miz might try to sneak one out of here. Screw that. Gunther retains. Nah, we're not doing that. I'm not even finna second guess myself. Gunther retains. Yeah. I had everybody in the first half, but I'm going to just go. Yeah, Gunther to retain the
Okay.
the Intercontinental Championship. And last but certainly not least, as far as the match that's confirmed as of today, who knows? They might add one, and we just give you a prediction the day of.
Mhm.
But that will be the women's war game match, 4-on-4. The men's was 5-on-5, but the women's is 4-on-4. Team Avengers, Bianca, Charlotte, Becky Lynch, featuring Shotzi, versus Team Damage Control being Bailey, Io Sky, Women's World Champion. Well, not Women's World Champion, Women's Champion, Asuka, and Kyrie Sane. Who do you have winning this one and why?
Okay, so this is definitely a hard one, mostly because I could see either case. But as we mentioned earlier, with we know who the fall person is for either team. It's just a matter of who catches it, and so I'm gonna say Team Bianca or the Avengers, if you will, to win this. Because for one, they've been getting beat down mostly throughout the entire build up. So you got to get your lick back at some point, and I think this would be that nice lick back. Um, yeah, I mean, think about it. It's hard to beat Becky. It's hard to beat Charlotte. It's hard to beat Bianca. Having all three of them, yeah, yeah. Good luck with that. I agree, Dylan. Damage Control does need to win. But we talking about Bianca and Charlotte and Becky. That's a tough outing.
I feel so. You going with Team Avengers? I'm gonna go with Team Damage Control because I told you. I say this all the time. I will never bet against EO again because I bet against her on the last on Crown Jewel and it bit me in the ass. I am never betting against EO and friends again. So Team Damage Control, but I feel like Bailey's gonna screw up a little bit and it's
Mm-hmm.
gonna piss them off.
Mm-hmm.
But if when Team Damage Control win, they're not pinning the superhumans. They're not pinning Becky, Charlotte, and Bianca. They're gonna pin Shotzi.
Mm.
And if they don't, and they pin one of those two, Charlotte or Bianca, because I already know Becky's not invincible. She's not bulletproof. She literally just lost the NXT Women's Championship. She's not bulletproof. But if she beats those two, Charlotte and Bianca, or whoever takes the pin on Team Damage Control, because I feel like Kyrie's not losing her first match back. That's how I'm looking at it. That's why I kind of stick. I don't see them having Kyrie come all the way back just to lose right off rip, unless Bailey takes that fall and screws them over. That's the only way I see them losing. But like I said, my pick by default is Damage Control because I'm never betting against EO. Sorry. And Dylan said that insane elbow off the cage. bro, you trying to break her elbow
Boy.
because the impact.
Yeah, that's oof.
That's gonna be painful.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's who we go with. Like I said, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 Survivor Series matches. I feel like it shouldn't add anymore, but knowing them, they might. But I feel like unless they do it for the kickoff, but I doubt they should. The reason why I say that because as long as these war game matches were last year, you don't want too many matches. I feel like this is the sweet spot. You have 2 war game matches and 3 middle matches, same as last year. Keep the momentum. Don't overdo it. Don't really. Dylan said Pamela's days are numbered. Talking about Bailey. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like then whatever the outcome is going to be Bailey getting kicked out of Damage Control. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when.
Agreed.
And that is your speed round preview and predictions for Survivor Series 2023.
When the club go around here, I'm a cactus. Bang, bang, gang, I don't owe you jack. When I'm in the ring, it's just me and my best friends. OC cutting no slack. Hollywood Miz, you can put me on the A-list. Gresh Unleashed, better put it on your playlist. Me and my fam be ballin' like the Bruce. Fight night, baby, hard hitting like Sheamus. Family first, yes, bloodline business. Winning all the gold, look at how they winning.